Good day, everyone. This is Ron Blair with Forex Sun, and I want to just take a few minutes of your time and just review some of our trades for the week. Yesterday, we had a dollar-yen long trade that set up that hit our target that proved to be quite profitable. You can see here on the chart that I was using this hourly chart, and I was using this wave from 104.87 down to this prior low coming in at 104.02. And really what got me into this trade was right here. This was the trigger. I had an hourly open and higher close above the 76.4, and that told me that prices were going to continue to move higher, that we would get at least a 138.2 move on the trade, which is right here. And then if we're real lucky, we'd get a move up to about a 161.8, which is eventually what it did. So we went long on this position, and prices sat here for a bit, but they continue to press higher. We could see price demand coming in over here, so you could see that demand was coming in right here, showing us some demand. So buyers are coming in at a little bit higher levels. We broke out some key levels above this sustained level from the prior day. And of course, we had a little bit of resistance that was coming in over here, but you can see we closed right above that level. So at that point, I expected a few offers to come in, which they did, but I did know that those offers were going to find bids, buyers coming in, so it did just as we expected. And over a period of several hours, we did see prices eventually hit that 161.8 target. We got out right here at this 105.30 levels where we covered our position. So that turned out to be a really good trade, set up perfectly for us, had a little, just very small pullback, not much. And again, we were going to get out of the trade if it went anywhere below this level here. So we had very little risk on the trade, but again, turned out to be pretty good. We haven't really seen all that much on the week. For the month so far, I've got 11 wins and 4 losses. Some things are setting up that should prove to be provide opportunities here in the next few days. We've got dollar-yen, for example, and this is showing some broad dollar strength. You can see overall we're in a little bit of a consolidation pattern on the weekly chart, and if you look at this pattern, again, notice that we have price demand coming in, so buyers are coming in, but we've closed above this weekly 20 SMA. That's a key level. Right here, we started closing above the open right at it and closed higher, so that told me that sentiment was beginning to shift. I expect we're going to see prices move up to this 200-week moving average in the next few days. That's a 108.23 level. Now, the one event coming up next Friday would be U.S. non-farm payrolls, and that certainly would be a market-moving event, and should something unexpected happen there, that could change the overall outlook, at least in the near term. But we're looking at prices to at least move up to this 38.2 of this decline from 100.0. And again, that's going to take us up to about a 107 level, and then probably to get a bit of throw over to that 200. That 200 is going to be very key. And so you see how bids came in over here. They went higher. They tried to come in over here, and finally prices broke through, went back, found some offers here, and it came back down. So you can see offers trying to come in over here and over here. So that's going to be a key level. But we should go up and test that level here in the next maybe a couple, 2-3 weeks, maybe sooner. But again, this move up is going to give us some pretty good opportunities to put some additional trades on this with this pair on our book. Other than that, let's take a quick glance at the euro dollar. You can see euro dollar is still in a consolidating pattern, but it did break this low over here, and that does suggest we have some downside risk coming in. So that would also complement the dollar-yen outlook. In both cases, dollar strength is the probable outlook, but it's really until we can sustain below this level over here. This comes in at we'll call it a 108, 1.08. We start sustaining below 08, then that's going to really open up the downside, and we should, especially if we get some weekly prices opening up into the high 7s, maybe 790s or 780s, and closing lower, then that's going to support further price decline. So again, we look for that to follow. And then finally, we'll just take a quick look at British pound. And we have seen a pretty good move lower on this one. Let me get some scribble off from my last, well, this is my last trade we took on British pound. We sold 22.44 and covered at 21.48. That gave us about a 3% gain. So that one was a pretty good trade. That was earlier this month. But you can see this is still very much offered at the moment. So this thing still has a high potential, a high probability to extend this move lower. Monthly prices are reaching multi-month lows, and if we use, hang on, let me get my screen shrunk down here a little bit. There we go. So if I use this rise or this low from back in, I think that's 2008. Let's see, yeah, 2008 low. Yeah, that was a good selling. We covered that position really good too. We had we sold into that move in '08, and it went much further. I thought I was calling for a 35. I was calling for a 3602. No, 3682 is what I was calling for. I went to 3502. And let's see. So we're at a 138.2 of that move right here. So we're at the 138.2. I expect it's going to go down to this 161.8 because the momentum, we've already been down to these levels. It broke some support. We're outside of a channel. And so I'm looking for price to move down. That's going to take us down to about 1.17 or possibly lower. So right now it's at 21.75. You got about another 500 pips to go. That should give us some opportunities. So you look at the big picture, dollar strength against the pound, dollar strength against the yen, dollar strength against the euro. It's really setting up for some strong dollar into the next few weeks, few months. And that's a environment by which we will find our best opportunities. So that's it. We will come back again next week for another update. Everybody have a good weekend. Talk to you later.